Hey, what's up guys, Ramon here, MonsterGadgets. I hope you're all having a wonderful day wherever you might be. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my owner experience of the iPhone 11 Pro Max for the last 2 weeks. So this is going to be a review on three main things. Number one, being the battery life. Number two, being the camera. And number three, just overall performance of what I think of the iPhone 11 Pro Max in use for the last 2 weeks. So if this is something that might interest you, stay tuned and we'll dive right into it. Alright guys, welcome back. So the first thing I'm going to touch on is to the battery life by itself. Now I'm comparing it to my previous iPhone 10, where I would basically start my morning at around 5-6 a.m. and I will go throughout the day basically not charging it and being somewhat conservative because I was afraid of basically, my battery running out. And by the end of the day, around 8-9 p.m., I would be roughly around maybe 10%, 15% battery. That was pretty average for me as a moderate to heavy user. And I use it primarily for navigation because I'm on the road a lot, for YouTube videos and listening to music when I'm out in the gym and things like that. Those are my primarily three uses for the phone. I'm not heavy on games, I'm not heavy on graphics, so if you're kind of into that thing, obviously that will drain a lot more battery a lot faster than it would otherwise. So when I'm saying when I compare it to the iPhone 10, that's basically what I'm doing, is doing those three things and comparing it to the iPhone 10. Now with iPhone 11 Pro Max, over the last 2 weeks, I can comfortably get through the whole day and not be so conservative about using the battery or being careful about the battery running out. To give you an example, just this last week, I was actually able to go 2 days without fully charging it. I think after the first day, again, I started my day off in the morning around 5-6 a.m. and at the end of the day, 8-9 p.m., I was still at about 50-60% battery. Now that's a lot more, and I think it has a lot to do with the way that the actual phone is operated in regards to the new chip and how it uses power. Because again, I'm only doing those three things: navigation, YouTube videos, and music. So I'm not using a whole lot of other apps in the background. I'm not doing a whole lot of other things that are consuming actual battery life. So I was able to go through almost 2 days without needing a full charge. Now, do I do that on a daily basis? Absolutely not. I still charge it at night, or I'll charge it during the my drive home or something, just because I'm paranoid and I want to keep my battery above 50%. But just for testing purposes, a couple times I was able to go 2 days without having any issues, and really ending the second day with around 10-15% battery life. So again, battery life, I would say absolutely a huge win for the iPhone 11 Pro Max. All right. Let's go into number two, the camera. The camera itself is, if you haven't checked out my previous video, I'll go ahead and card it. You guys go check it out. But I did a comparison side by side of the iPhone 11 Pro Max and the iPhone 10 and a few photos. So go check that out. But the iPhone 11 Pro Max is a huge game changer. And this is why Apple was pushing it. And I can absolutely say with confidence that it is huge upgrade for the iPhone 10. Especially when it comes to, of course, ultra wide now, because it has a third lens, you're able to capture ultra wide, shots. But also, night mode is amazing when it comes to the iPhone 11 Pro Max. There are some shots where you would not be able to take a shot without a tripod with iPhone 11 Pro Max. You simply hold it up, keep it steady, click, and it does its magic, and the photos come out absolutely amazing for night mode. All right, so let's talk about the actual camera cons, if you will. So one thing I noticed, even though the ultra wide lens is nice, it does give some distortion towards the corners, towards the edges, if you will, when it comes to taking photos and videos. It's not as clear, crisp as it would if you're shooting on a digital SLR with a nice ultra wide lens. So you can capture the shots, they look decent, but just keep in mind when you're using the ultra wide, you will have some distortion with that mode enabled. All right, moving on. The performance itself, compared to the iPhone 10, was kind of a hit and miss for me. I know the Face ID is supposed to be much quicker on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. I found it to be at times where it was quicker, other times not so much, and I'm not sure why. Even though I had them side by side, as you guys can see, I try to be as accurate as possible by hitting the buttons together. But as you guys can see, there was some type of a difference between the two. There were times where it would pick up my face, other times it wouldn't pick up my face. I'm not sure why it did that. It might just be a software thing. Even though both phones are running the same software, it was kind of a hit and miss, but overall when it did work, it was a little bit faster on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. All right, one area that I kept getting glitches on was when I would record a video, it would have difficulty playing back. So here I am basically just recording myself as I was recording this video, just a quick shot of me recording. And when I go to stop it, it's gonna go ahead and stop the video. It's gonna go into my actual app. Now, as you guys can see, when I hit play, the video is playing, but the actual video is not being displayed on the actual phone. I'm not sure if this is a software glitch or what's going on with it, but you guys can see it moving, but the video itself is not moving. Now, when I go ahead and basically stop this, exit the app and come back into it and play it, it plays perfectly fine, but initially it wouldn't. So overall performance-wise, again, I'm just looking at it from a unlocking standpoint. There was not a whole lot of difference, but there were times where the iPhone 11 Pro Max was a bit faster. In regards to the app, I'm not a heavy app user, but I do use simple apps such as Philips Hue, unlocking and locking my front door, unlocking and locking my garage, and those type of things. And I really didn't notice a whole lot of difference between the iPhone 11 Pro Max and the iPhone 10 when it came to just being able to run apps. If you're going in between apps, I did notice a little bit of a difference as far as performance goes. iPhone 11 Pro Max was a bit faster as you're swiping through the bottom and just switching through apps, but overall, at least for me, again, I'm not a heavy user, so I didn't see a whole lot of difference in regards to performance. All right, guys, that's it for the video today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you currently own the iPhone 11 Pro Max, I'd love to kind of hear what your experience has been. So in the comment section below, let me know what you guys think of the phone, the camera, the battery, the performance, the whole, 9 yards. If you guys enjoyed it, please give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.